Iori Yagami is a serious, harsh, and relentless person who has no interest in pleasing others to gain approval, but only in accomplishing his own will. Iori is the heir of the Yagami clan who have the power of pyrokinesis. They, along with the Kusanagi and Yatta clans, sealed the demon Orochi. Orochi is a giant, legendary 8-headed and 8-tailed Japanese dragon. Centuries ago, the storm god Susanoo was thrown out of heaven and descended to earth. He came upon an elderly couple who were weeping because they once had 8 daughters, but every year, Yamata no Orochi demanded one as a sacrifice. They only had one daughter left, Kushinada Hime. Susanoo promised to slay the beast in return for Kushinada Hime's hand in marriage. They agreed. So he transformed Kushinada Hime into a comb and placed it in his hair. He and the elderly couple constructed a large vat and filled it with strong sake, because serpents cannot resist sake. When Orochi slithered by, he noticed the sake and stuck all 8 heads into the vat and drank heavily until he passed out. Susanoo jumped out and sliced all 8 heads off and chopped the rest of his body into pieces. He found a sword inside one of the tails and discovered it was the legendary Kusanagi no Tsurugi. This sword is one of the 3 pieces of imperial royalty, along with the mirror Yatta no Kagami and the jewel Yasakani no Magatama. Back to SNK's Orochi saga, hundreds of years before the King of Fighters tournaments began, Orochi's seal began to weaken. The 3 clans, Yagami, Kusanagi, and Yatta, who were the watchers of the seal, decided this was a good time to move the vessel it was sealed away in to a new location. Wanting to destroy the 3 clans' loyalty to each other, one of the Hakkeshu, also known as Orochi followers, killed the wife of the Yagami clan's leader. Then the murderer, in disguise, reported that the Kusanagi clan was responsible for her death, saying that it was payment for the seal weakening. Furious about her death, the Yagami made a blood pact with Orochi to gain extra power for revenge. The side effects of the Orochi curse cause each heir to die young, and each mother to die in childbirth. Also, it has a visual sign of a purple flame. Iori suffers from an additional curse called the Riot of Blood, in which he becomes faster, stronger, and wilder. In this state, he will attack anybody near him. Iori hates the Kusanagi clan because of this curse and becomes obsessed with killing their heir, Kyo. In order to find Kyo, Iori enters the King of Fighters tournaments and uses his teammates as tools to get to Kyo. Iori first appears in the King of Fighters 95 as the leader of the rival team, with Billy Kane and Eiji Kisaragi. At the finals, he helps defeat Rugal, and before Rugal dies, Iori mocks him for trying to use Orochi's power, claiming such power could only belong to him. He then betrays his teammates and attacks them, causing severe injuries, declaring Kyo will be next. Iori then meets 2 mysterious women, named Vice and Mature, servants of Orochi, who invite him to join their team for the King of Fighters 96 tournament, and they mention Kyo will be there in order to coerce him to join them. Iori agrees only under the condition that they be his servants, intending to use them to help kill Kyo. During the competition, Iori meets Chizuru Kagura, heir of the Yatta clan. She asks Iori and Kyo to help seal away Orochi again. If the Orochi seal is threatened, Iori does not back down from the challenge of resealing it. Together, they defeat Goenitz, the Orochi follower. When Iori leaves with Vice and Mature, he is overcome with the Riot of Blood and kills them. Iori again enters the King of Fighters 97 competition, knowing, of course, his rival Kyo will be there. But in the end, he again joins up with Chizuru and Kyo to seal Orochi. They confront and defeat the 4 heavenly kings of Orochi, Yashiro Nanakase, Shermi, Chris, and Goenitz, who has already been defeated. When they are beaten, Orochi possesses Chris's body and attempts to destroy the 3 clans. The trio successfully defeat him. With Orochi's last attempt to win, he causes Iori to enter the Riot of Blood, expecting him to turn on Kyo and Chizuru. Instead, Iori grabs Orochi by the neck, and Kyo jumps in with a death blow to Orochi, allowing Chizuru to reseal Orochi. Kyo had become unconscious after this event, and at some point he was taken by the Nests syndicate and his DNA was used to make clones for their purposes. When Iori learns about these clones, he sets out to defeat those responsible, and of course to fight Kiyo. Later, Chizuru appears to both Iori and Kiyo, requesting they help investigate suspicious activities concerning the Orochi seal. During this investigation, they are ambushed by Ash Crimson, who is planning to take the powers from the clans that sealed Orochi. He succeeded at taking Chizuru's power. Upon Chizuru's request, Iori agrees to again team up with Kiyo and also Shingo Yabuki to stop Ash. At the end of the King of Fighters 11 tournament, Iori uncontrollably enters the Riot of Blood and attacks Kiyo and Shingo. Then Ash suddenly appears and steals Iori's sacred treasure, the Yasakani jewel, and his flames. Later, Mature and Vice haunt Iori to join the tournament again with them. They perk his interest to settle matters with Ash. Iori defeats Ash and reclaims his flames. The result of Ash Crimson's time and space distortion was a creature called Verse. Once again, this calls the Yagami, Kusanagi, and Yata clan together to seal up Orochi before it fully awakens. Keeping Orochi sealed is a never-ending battle for the three heirs, and with Iori's persistence and power, he has no intentions of ever allowing Orochi to break from the seal. If you've got a suggestion for another character you'd like to see a backstory on, please leave it down in the comments and I will add it to my list.